by her son's critics, and now she's taking it up a notch, appearing on Good Morning America today and calling out the Warriors' medical staff.
The doctors said that he was okay. Kevin couldn't have gone on his own to say, I'm going to play without the advisement of the doctors, and so they said that he was okay, and so, you know.
Yeah, he's a man.
Responsibility for him playing.
All right, the question here, okay with KD's mom addressing his injury on national TV, and I'll just say, I wish she wouldn't. You know, there used to be an era where all the parents and uncles and everybody wasn't part of the story and didn't have a voice in the stories, and maybe there's some value to that. So sometimes, you know, saying less is more.
The times have changed, Mr. Whitlock. This is a good cop, bad cop situation brewing right now, potential lawsuit as well, as I'm reading through the tea leaves of this. First of all, the optics. She's doing an interview. Didn't need the content, didn't really get much from the content. But you know what I got? An opposing opinion from the narrative that is starting to shape coming from Golden State and its controlled messaging. Remember, Bob Myers, I'm the only one talking about this. Remember, team of doctors, so who knows what conflicts occurred in that prognosis and diagnosis. So what you're starting to see is someone saying, hey, there's just an opposing force out there that may have a difference of opinion. But you got to remember, his landscape potentially has changed forever. So if that's the case, and I was given bad information, oh, we have something to talk about. So right now, I think KD and his mom are playing a little good cop, bad cop. KD put out the fun-loving, hey, tequila, life shot, go boys, win game 6. Mama's like, well, there's some things that, you know, sounded a little different. We'll see how this plays out, but certainly I can feel the contention in the air.
Yeah, the difficulty is that there's just been so much gray area here. We're not clear on where the Warriors are. Was it a calf injury? Was it the Achilles? Were they connected? How did he get better? How bad was it? And to have Mama come out on Good Morning America, and now we hadn't heard from her forever. There hasn't even been a defined diagnosis. I've been hearing since this morning that he's already had surgery. Now, I haven't been able to confirm that with the Warriors or with Kevin Durant's camp, but that's where it's more uncertainty. So to have Mom jumping in, this is yet another voice when I'm not even sure what the connection is between KD and his mom right now. That's not clearly defined.
Where's Rich Kleiman? He's paid to handle this.
Yeah, well, somebody needs to be stepping forward and taking the reins from both sides of the equation, and it doesn't sound like that's the case.
And, you know, it's this first generation, again, like you were saying, Marcellus, right? And in the last segment, this is a first-generation thing where the parents are more outspoken, LeVar Bells, the moms of the world, and blah, blah, blah. I wouldn't want my mom speaking out, especially when it's a gray area like this, because at first I thought it was just a calf. You know, and it takes at least 60 days, because I've done it 3 times. You've done it yourself.
Yes.
It comes to find out now it's an Achilles. Was it the Achilles the first time? I don't know. So to go out there and speak so soon and have all these speculations.
But that's the genius in it. The genius in it is, 1, Mom goes out there, sympathetic figure, who's going to attack Mom fully. 2, she knows the onions. She knows the layers. She knows what her son was going through all through this process. She talked to KD 5 minutes after the injury the other night. What that tells me is someone from our side needs to just poke their head out there just a little, say, maybe difference of opinion is coming based on what this landscape looks like going forward.
Look, I've said this forever, for the last, I'd say, 15 years. The sports world is becoming just like the Hollywood world. You got a lot of stage parents. We expect it in Hollywood, and they're all involved, and they never let go, and things get muddy and messy. And so, again, where's Rich Kleiman? Because we heard B.J. Armstrong yesterday say he had some heart-to-heart conversations with Derrick Rose and talked Derrick Rose into making different decisions. I want to hear from Rich Kleiman. What was his conversations like with Kevin Durant? He's the guy that's supposed to be with some expertise and helping him navigate this situation. Mama can love you and do the best she can, but I don't think she's ever laced him up. She has no experience in this world. I'd fade to the back a little bit. Coming up, does Tiger Woods have a shot to win the U.S. Open this week? Brad Faxon joins the show live from Pebble Beach.